Association here in Cape Town. Don't worry, you'll get to know him very soon after the convention. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the commercial break. Sitting right next to me is the man himself, Apostle Joseph Mauto Agbeko. He is the General Overseer of Pillar of Christ Ministries International. He is also the Chairman of the Ghana Pastors Association here in Cape Town. Apostle, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. You're welcome too.
Thank you. You look very simple today and dashing.
Yeah, by the grace of God. By the grace of God.
We thank God. Apostle,
yes.
Before I go deep into my questions today,
yes.
I just want to know when you decided to set up the organization, Ghana Pastors Association here in Cape Town.
Yeah, I decided to set this organization before 2014. Then I wrote a letter to the pastors there in Kalicha, because I was the first pastor in the Ghana first pastor in Kalicha before I left there to town. So God gave me the vision that now we have to be united. I have to unite the pastor. So we didn't do it that time. So by 2015, and then a friend of mine called Pastor Taylor also started calling the pastors. Then I went to join, and then we went there, and then we elect, and then they choose me to be their chairperson. Yeah.
Okay, so how has it been leading the group of pastors here in Cape Town?
The beginning of everything is a little bit difficult, but along the way, I've seen that God has led us through. Okay. And then everybody, firstly, people did not grab the vision properly well, but along the way, when people get the vision clear, they follow up and everything is working well. Okay. Those who understand the vision, those who understand the unity, we are moving on. Everything is working for us very well. Yeah.
So now I would like to know a little bit about yourself. I'm sure the viewers out there want to know more about you now.
As you say, myself, I'm from Volta region.
Oh, okay. Where in the Volta region?
It's called Sugar Company.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I came to South Africa 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I came to South Africa, by that time I don't know anything about the internet, to be honest. I don't know anything about the internet.
Yeah.
I just traveled to South Africa. I just lived when the Lord told me to leave the country. Then I just left South Africa. I leave Ghana to South Africa. So when I arrived in the airport, God told me that I saw a big crowd in front of me.
Okay.
And the Lord told me, you see this crowd, is here, I'm going to use you.
Wow.
Then I started crying because I did not come here to do ministry. I came here to work and get instrument and go back to Ghana and start my ministry.
Okay.
So in Johannesburg, there's a woman approached me, an immigration woman approached me in the airport. You need help? I was afraid. I said, no, I don't need help. I'm waiting for somebody. He said, no, you feel like it seems like you need help.
And she didn't know you from anywhere. She just saw you and realized you need help.
Yeah. So he said, no, you can take me home.
Okay.
I said, no, I don't know you are coming for me. He said, no, I shouldn't worry. It's a immigration officer. It's a top official. No way you can take me home. So she asked me my passport. I refused to give her my passport because I don't have a visa in my passport.
Really? You don't have a visa in your passport.
Yeah.
So how did you end up here in South
I have a visa in my passport. So I refused to give her my passport. So along the way, I have said to me, you take me home. But we also, because that I'm very disciplined in holiness. So I don't want to follow her. So then I went to the connection man. So the connection man said I must take plane to another flight to Swaziland.
Okay.
So I went to Swaziland, then I came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So when I was in Johannesburg, in the night I sleep, and the Lord appeared to me, said, "No, I did not bring you. You must go to Cape Town." But that I don't know anything about Cape Town.
Wow.
Again in my dream, say you must go to Cape Town. I did not bring you. Go to Cape Town. I said, Cape Town. So I woke up in the morning. I came outside. I saw a man. I said, "Where is Cape Town?" He said, "Cape Town is very far.
Yeah.
It's 2 day journey." So then I saw a man, and then he said, "Okay, you want to go to Cape Town?" I said, "Yes." He does right there. He said, "No, take this number. When you go to Cape Town, call this number. He will come and fetch you." That's that.
Wow. I wish some of us had that grace to be hearing the voice of God, to be directing us on what to do all the time.
So a week later, then I prepare myself. I take a train. Then when I come into the train station, the immigration arrest me.
Really?
Yeah, the immigration arrest me. Then I tell God that if you said to me I must go to Cape Town, you must give my passport back to me.
Exactly.
So they say, okay, I should give them 200. So I give them 200, they give me my passport. They said to me, if I bought my ticket, I should stop going around. I must stay in one place until my time come to board the plane. Yeah. So I went to the place, I bought my ticket, and I arrived Cape Town. And I called the man. The man came and fetched me. So when the room that the house that the man rent for me is where I started my church, inside the house.
Really?
I came to Cape Town 2 weeks time I started church. I never evangelized to anybody, I never go outside. I just started the house and I stayed. Somebody was sick, I pray for the person. They call ambulance to come and fetch the person is almost collapsed. So I pray for the person will get healed immediately.
So, Apostle, here's my question. You've come to a country or a place where you do not know anybody.
I don't know anybody. I don't follow anybody. I don't know anybody.
How was it starting up a ministry here? Was it easy? Was it difficult? Was it easy convincing people here in Cape Town to follow your church? How was it?
Yeah, as you say that many of you also have the same grace. If I said that God was not with me, I lied to you. God was with me. Because in everything, God is speaking to me.
Yeah.
In everything. So when I started the ministry, I just started a house fellowship.
Okay.
So people come to me every Saturday. Every Saturday by 8 o'clock, people make line waiting to see me. So I started like a consultation. You see, I started with the consultation, so after I finished, I prayed for all of them. And then they come back with testimony. They're coming back with testimony. So I don't have intention to open a church. I just want to do like a fellowship.
Okay.
So there was another church, I found a South African church. I joined that church.
Oh.
So all the souls that I'm winning, I direct them to that church. You understand me? So the church was full. So the Lord told me, said, I told you to start my work. Why are you being stubborn? Because that time I also want to work.
Wow.
So I find a work in the airport, in Harbour.
Really?
Yeah. So the man that who rented a house for me is a foreman in the airport.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he gave me a job. I went and I worked for 1 month.
Okay.
So after I received my payment, the white man told me that you don't have a job here, don't come here again. He was very angry with me. He said, don't come here again because there's no job for you.
Wow. I think it was just God trying to direct you to.
Because if I'm at work Sunday, people come and wait for me. I don't have time for them. So God was angry with me. So when I came, and then the ministry started fully. So within 3 months, I have about 150 people.
Wow. Within just 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months. People just come and got a testimony. I never go out. I don't know the location to go. People just coming from this. So one day I asked them, why did they come from? They said they are coming from Kalicha. So when I hear the Kalicha, Then the morning I entered the tree to go and look for the Kalicha. I see the Kalicha and I came back. So the Lord told me to go back there. So after that, I told one of the people that are coming, I told them that God said I must come and start the church. They said, no, I should come. So it's how I went to Kalicha and I started the ministry. Then there was a woman that came to me. Her son was arrested in robbery. They said the people robbed a car and he is a mechanic. So they asked him to repair the car on the road. So when he was repairing the car, the people ran away, the police arrested him.
Wow.
So he came to me and then I prayed for him. And then the son was released, bail on bail. So when he went and they started going to court, and then the case was withdrawn against him.
Yeah.
So the woman gave me a house that I should start a church there. That's not that.
Apostle.
Yeah.
Let me take you back a little to why you came here to South Africa in the first place. You said you wanted to come and work and then buy instruments and go back. So does that mean that you wanted to open a church in Ghana?
Yeah. Because in Ghana I was in the ministry. The church is not my church.
Okay.
I'm in the church called Global Evangelical Presbyterian Church.
Okay.
So that place, the payment, the pay is too small. Yeah, so me, the way God is using me, I cannot work with them because the limit is there are certain things, there are some prophecy or there are direction you cannot do.
Yeah.
The Bible, the rule. So my gift I wanted to exercise to help people. You understand me? So I said, okay, no, there is no money that I can get the instrument to buy this. So let me come to work here and get money to buy the instrument and go back. You understand me? And then at the same time, I don't have time for God fully in Ghana like when the Lord should take me out from Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I come here, it's full. God told me full-time ministry. And then there are a lot of people life have changed.
Okay.
God used me mightily.
But let me go back to your childhood a bit.
Yeah.
Did you know Christ in your youthful age, or?
I go to Presbyterian church, Presbyterian school. I go to
Okay.
Presbyterian school.
Okay.
So in my childhood, I like religion.
But you were not a Christian.
No, we go to church. You go to church, but not deep like to be a full Christian. You know that there's a God and all this. So I know I like religion. And then in my class, I am when they say religion, I am the first person. So I used to work with a catechist.
Okay.
In that place, I used to go to his house. We went to church. He teach me Bible, but I don't know that I have a calling.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing that I know is that if I see something, I say it come to pass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your educational background.
I went to middle school. Those days is the middle school when you got to be like a GSS.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to middle school. That time I was still with my grandfather. So my grandfather was sick. He's the one who taking care of me. So he was sick. He came home and then he couldn't come back. So I was there with some of my grandfather's children. So my father that born me, I did not know him personally because they took me. I was 5 years. They took me and my grandfather took me to take care of me. So I came home to see my grandfather. So my father also came to home. So we meet. Then I was in Form 3 that time. So my father said, no, you are my firstborn. So I must follow him to go and know where he stayed. But not in Ghana, he was staying in Togo. Yeah, so then I said, no, I'm going to write my exam, final exam for the form 4, so I don't want to go. He insisted it became a conflict between him and my grandfather.
Okay.
Because according to my grandfather, the reason why he took me to take care of me, because my father denied me that he's not responsible for my pregnancy.
Whoa.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So why now he see that
Yeah.
I am old and become very big, want to took me?
Yeah.
You understand me? So he became a conflict with he and my grandfather, because I only know that my grandfather as my father.
Okay.
So he also loved me very well. So I don't know him. So it was a conflict between them. So one of them, the brother of my father, said, no, give what belongs to Caesar.
To Caesar, yeah.
No matter what, I'm gonna go for it. But it is not the way. So when I go there, he sees me that I'm not coming back again.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
He said, no, I am the first son, so I must learn handwork.
Oh.
Yeah.
So which handwork?
I learned construction.
Really? You've done a little bit of construction.
I learned construction practical for 3 good years.
Really?
Yeah. And then after I finished, I do construction for 18 good years.
Let me just pause you there.
Yeah.
And then we'll go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back from the commercial break. So we are here with Apostle Agbeko, and before the break, he was telling us a little bit about his story, his life, his background, how he got here in Cape Town to start a ministry. So, Apostle, I just want to take you back just a little to when you told me that you came to South Africa without a visa or without any visa in your passport. It still baffles me because one, I know that when you come to South Africa, you need a visa, and even if you're going to Swaziland, there's no way that you not have a transit visa. So how did you come to South Africa without any passport or without any visa in your passport? How was it? How was the process like?
Okay, well, thank you very much. I will answer you this way because me, as I never traveled before, I never have any experience for traveling, and I don't know anybody to ask. So the connection man who bought me tickets, he said go. They write a ticket. They say if you go, you make a transit in Johannesburg to Swaziland. So when I want to pass immigration in Ghana, they stamp me and I enter the plane. So when we are in the plane, even that I can say that the flight will start with inside the plane. You understand me? So when we fly about an hour, 2 hours time, I was sitting with a woman in the plane. So he began to ask me questions. I go and I said I'm going to Swaziland. She said, Swaziland. I said, yeah. Don't you want to go to South Africa? I said, I don't know anybody. And they said, no, she will fill the form for me. Because me, I don't know that there's a form that you must fill with the address.
Yeah, the immigration form, that card.
Yeah, that card you must fill. So she gave it to me, so I write it, I'm going to Swaziland. She filled the form for me. I said, you still insist to go to Swaziland? I said, yes.
Which flight was that?
It's a South African.
And you didn't take any visa?
I didn't take any visa.
Okay.
You understand me? So the woman, I just tell the woman that she still insists to go to Swaziland. I say yes. She said, why don't you go to with me? So that you make a way to. I said, no, because my ticket is Swaziland. But they said no, we can still make a way. So I said no. So when we reached the airport, we came out from the plane. We have the domestic way, and then this way. So me, I went to. They say okay.
You have to go to the domestic.
So I do transit this way, and then they say that's way. I say I must follow her. I said no, they say you must go this way. My luggage will go this way, the domestic side. So I must. Then he writes a number, give to me. If I came anytime I came to South Africa, when I reach there, I will call her. I should call her. So I said okay. I put the thing in my pocket. So I went to the transit. So this woman that I'm talking, he meet me in the transit session in the airport. You understand me? She meet me in the transit session. So I'm just waiting because they say our flight had delayed.
So they did not, at the airports, at the South African airports, they did not ask you for any transit visa?
Nothing. We just nothing. We just stayed for the transit area waiting for our flight.
Okay.
You understand? So the woman came to me. I think the way she saw me, I'm very handsome. So she liked me. I can say like that. So we just want to talk to me. So by that time I was very disciplined. For women issue. I'm very disciplined about that. Yeah. So that's what happened. And I went to Swaziland. So when I went to Swaziland after it's not for I think it's for 5 days.
Okay.
Then I came back to.
Was it easy crossing the border? Because I know that it's very difficult. If you are in Swaziland, some even have to jump.
No, I did not jump. I passed when I went there. When I went there to this thing, there's a man that they connect me to. So he get me a visa.
Okay.
Let me say I said the visa, then he said that's entry. Then it's stamp. So I passed the main border.
Okay.
Yeah, I passed the main border because that main border you have to pass about 3 border before enter South Africa. So you enter. So we wake up in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. And then that visa I said they call it Tushim. They start calling it.
Really?
Yeah, they call the visa Tushim. They say remove put inside.
Oh, Tushim. What he means is Tushim. So remove and paste.
Yeah. So that's what the visa they gave to me. So when I passed there, they told me that if I come to the visa, I must not be afraid. So when I come to the visa, I feel bold. Because my passport, so I feel boldly. So that part is done. They just see me in the woman tell you they ask me, they just okay. They don't look at my face. If it's some of them, they don't look at my face, they just tell me.
Yeah.
And then we go. So we left 5 o'clock a.m. So by 6 we crossed the border, and then we entered the taxi.
Okay.
So when we entered the taxi, there was a place that the taxi would come and stop. Then you enter South Africa taxi area.
Okay.
Yeah. So the connection man, then they give me somebody's number, I have to call the person. So I called the person, so I arrived, and then the person came and picked me, we went home. So when I was in Johannesburg, to be honest with you, God was with me. People come, I went, they sent me to another place, they asked me, how much money did I have?
Who asked you that?
The connection people, men.
Oh.
Before you put your bag inside, you have to hand over all your money.
Really?
Yes.
Once you've gotten here,
So first you have to get to Johannesburg, the connection man come and pick you. Before you enter the house, it's okay, how much you have, he must be, he will keep the money for you. Yeah.
He will keep your own money
He
for
will
you.
keep your own money for you. Other than that, they'll throw you away.
Sure.
Or they will call immigration for you to come and they will collect that money and throw
Then
you
you will end up sleeping on the street.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any money on you if they take everything.
So when I went there, the first one, he said, how much? I said, I have $50 left on me. I don't have any money. He said, $50. I said, I don't want to. So he sent me back to the first one. So the first one said I should come back. Then I came back to the first one. He said, don't worry. He gave me a place to sleep. Every day, that time, every day, he give me 50 rand for food. Every present day, he started.
He will pay you.
He give me every day for chop for us go and eat.
Really?
Every morning, he give me 50 rand. Every morning. When he wake up, even if I did not wake up, he drop the money on the side of my bed. It's God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one day, when I was in that house, one day I wake up and tell him that the police are going to come to this house. So we have to be very careful. He said, what? I said, who are you? I said, I'm a man of God. Because when he come, the money he give me, I pack the money down. He said, are you not eating? I said, I'm fasting.
Okay.
I don't eat.
Okay.
So the house we are, they buy stolen items. They use credit card.
Oh.
To buy stolen goods to come and put in the house. So they buy a big instrument, a big one. They put in the house. So I have a revelation that the police came to the house beating people, arresting people. So I told him. Before that time, there was a guy also came before me. He came before me. And then he was saying he was going back. So I have them that they arrested him in the airport. So I told him that, my brother, don't go, they will arrest you in the airport. He said no. I said no, I said they're going to arrest you in the airport.
Wow.
So when I tell him they don't know, he say I'm joking. So when the connection man take him going, after that he was arrested in the police because of what? The ticket. He changed the ticket because the credit card ticket, you cannot change it 2 times.
Okay.
He changed the ticket 2 times. So he was arrested. They take him to prison. So I was sleeping, the Lord told me that I should pray for him. So I prayed, the handcuff came to my hand. The handcuff came to my hand. So I told the connection man that they will not release this man free.
Really?
They said it's not South Africa, it's not like Ghana. I said, I am telling you, I am a prophet of God. I'm telling you that they will not believe that guy. They will not bring him home 3 o'clock, 15 minutes past 3 on Thursday. And then before they bring that guy, the police going to come to this house, they're going to beat people, arrest people. You write it down. It happened exactly.
Wow.
So the police, where I was sleeping, the first door, and then another three door. So the police came in, and the connection man did 5 passports. Because he's a connection man, he did that. So he left 5 passports on top of my bed, and I was sleeping. So I just see somebody tap me, then I wake up. So when I woke up, I didn't see anybody. I heard a voice remove. I was going. So when I saw police, two police in the door, they pushed me. So the Lord told me to remove your shoe. The Spirit told me that remove your shoe.
At that time, does it mean that the police had seen you?
Yeah, when I was going, the police saw me, they pushed me in.
So that means they had also arrested you?
No, they don't arrest. I'll go back to the room.
Okay.
Because they start from the up, they will come to me.
Okay.
So when I enter, the Holy Spirit told me that remove your shoe. So I remove my shoe, I hold it in my hand. I pass through there, they don't see me.
Was it that you became invisible to
I'm
them?
telling you, the police people, they too stand on the door.
Yeah.
So when I remove my shoe, I hold the shoe, my hand, one hand. I pass through them, they don't see me.
Wow.
Then
this is a serious miracle.
Yeah. I go out and start somewhere washing these hands. So they took the machines, the arrest, and the 2 guys, and then another police car parking outside facing the gate. But they don't ask me, they don't see me, they don't ask me anything. I just pass and go.
So Apostle, it's like the Lord was using you to work and do a lot of miracles, and people saw what you could do, and that was how come you got a lot of people to start your church.
Yeah, because when I started ministry, I don't have any challenge. My ministry grew fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Apostle, we'll get back to you. Let's just go for another commercial break.
Thank you. So after I was sitting distance watching the artists go on, and after the police people go, so I was able to come back to the house. So the guy that was arrested for, they take him to court on that day. So they released him, they set him free as innocent about a ticket. So they brought him to the house 3:15. So the people in the house, all of them, they can't believe me. Say I am really prophet. Because what I said, the guy was set free, and the police come and beat some of them very well. And arrest some of them. So they say, no, I'm a true man of God. So there was two couple in the house there. They say every day they will be giving me food, and all of them come. I pray for them. And I know them. So that's how it happened.
Wow, this is a very inspiring story. For those of you that don't believe that God really exists, He does. Apostle, I just want to know, in your ministry, since you started the ministry, have you gone through any hurdles or any difficulties here and there? What are some of the challenges that have come your way, be it physically or spiritually, since you started ministry?
Thank you very much. From the beginning of my ministry, I don't have challenge because everything that I needed, like a financial support, I did not get it from like a relative, like Ghana people. Ghana people don't come to my church. Yeah, they rather discourage me that I should go and look for a job. Yeah, so there's only the South Africans who support me. They believe my business. They support me. They pay my rent because since I started ministry, I never stayed in one room. The room there, every house I rent is 2-bedroom. Wow. But when I start being encounter with pastor, I start begin to invite pastor from Ghana. Is where I begin to face challenges. Yeah, because I remember the first man of God I invited. When he come and see my ministry, he became jealous for my ministry. So he began to convince me to introduce me to occultism.
So occultism really exists, and it is not only through the movies that we watch.
No, because occultism, because he told me that I will have a big ministry, and I will have a big money. I will have big money. I will drive a car. I will have a house. But you have to introduce me to certain things that I will be doing. So I told him that no, the God that called me is powerful than anything else. So I will not do it. So it's where it begin to make me to find difficult. My members start begin to scatter.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll have a church ministry. By 1 month, the church will be full. By another month, the church will go down.
But what do you think was the cause of your such misfortunes happening?
Yeah, because misfortune. Because when you allow the devil climb the altar of God, your altar become the devil has been visited the church. That is because I allowed the devil has entered the church. That's making me give me challenges because he's trying to fight me so that I should follow him to do what he told me.
So did he leave the church, or you left the church?
He tried to took the church over me, but he could not. He did not succeed. Yeah, he tried to took the, but he did not succeed.
So, Apostle, I just want you to take a moment to talk to the viewers out there, those that are watching you and probably want to also start a ministry. What are the advantages and disadvantages? What should they do? What should they look out for before starting a ministry? Just a little advice to the viewers out there.
Good afternoon, all the viewers that listen to me now. I just want to advise you in a ministry. Ministry is not a small journey, and it's not easy journey. And don't see that people succeeding in a ministry just to enter. You have to be called. To be honest, if I am not called by God, by this time I will not be doing ministry again, because I have passed through many challenges. I've passed through many challenges. So ministry, it is not easy. It's a long journey and it's a difficult thing to do. So you have to make sure that God has called you. You have to make sure that you are hear from God. Then when you start ministry, you don't have challenges. Secondly, when you start ministry, don't put money. Money must not be your agenda, your first priority to open a ministry. If your money become your first priority for opening a church, you cannot do it. Because why? When you open the church, when nothing is, our money is not coming, you'll be fed up. You will give up. Yeah. Because money is not my priority. My priority is to win soul for the kingdom of God. Yeah. So that is where God was with me. And secondly, the Bible said the wise man choose his friend wisely. And then before you start the ministry, your ministry is moving. Before you must invite somebody to come and preach. You invite someone, especially from Ghana. You need to pray, to ask God before you bring the man of God to come and preach for you. Do not be excited and then invite that person, because you don't know the kind of power that person is using. They must not end up coming and break your altar, because it happened to me when the man of God come and preach finish. Night I sleep, I see my altar divided into two. That caused my ministry a problem in my ministry. So people of God that outside there want to start ministry, please learn from somebody and may you be ushered to the ministry before you start. Don't just pick out in the day, I want to open a ministry. It's not an easy journey. God bless you all. And if somebody says that there's no God, the person is lying. Because I see God hand, and I see the power of God. And God has used me mightily. And He's going to use me more than before. So God is really, when you rely on Him and depend on Him, you shall not be disappointed. God bless you.
Ultimately, we've come to the end of another inspiring episode of Journey of My Life. Hope you enjoyed it, because I did, and I was inspired. So until we meet again, same time next week. Bye.